Today's journey explores the riveting economic saga of China versus the USA. From China's meteoric rise to its complex interplay with the world's largest economy, we unpack the dynamics, strategies, and future trajectories of these global giants. Let's dive into the numbers, trends, and economic concepts shaping their paths. Over the past 2 decades, China has experienced a remarkable transformation, with its GDP averaging 8% annual growth due to sweeping economic reforms initiated in 1978 that shifted it from a centrally planned to a market-oriented economy. This rapid growth has positioned China as the world's second-largest economy, with a GDP of $14 trillion, closely trailing the USA, which remains the largest with a GDP of over $21 trillion. While China has drawn massive foreign investments and achieved an export-led growth miracle, the USA's economy, characterized by mature markets and innovation, has seen more moderate growth rates of around 2 to 3% annually. This contrast highlights the distinct paths each country has taken in their economic development, with China's aggressive growth strategy standing out against the steady, innovation-driven approach of the USA. China has achieved something extraordinary, lifting over 800 million people out of poverty since 1978, a testament to its focused economic policies on rural development and urbanization. On the other side of the Pacific, the USA wrestles with income inequality and poverty, with a notable portion of its population living below the poverty line. China's landscape has transformed with its massive investment in infrastructure, leading the world with its futuristic cities, high-speed rail networks, and the ambitious Belt and Road Initiative. The USA, however, faces the challenge of rejuvenating its aging infrastructure despite being an early pioneer. China's share in global trade catapulted from less than 1% in 1979 to about 6% by 2003, becoming the world's largest exporter and the second largest importer. Meanwhile, the USA has maintained its position as the world's largest importer and a top exporter. The trade dynamic between these two economies significantly influences the global trade patterns, underscored by the recent trade tensions and negotiations that have global economic repercussions. While China has embraced market-oriented reforms gradually, transitioning from a state-controlled to a more market-driven economy, the USA's established free market economy has been the benchmark. China's crossing the river by feeling the stones approach led to an annual productivity growth rate of 3.9% from 1979 to 1994, a sharp contrast to the USA's average productivity growth rate of 0.4% during the 1960 to 89. This highlights the differences in growth phases and strategies between an emerging economy and a developed one. China faces the challenge of transitioning to a high-value service economy, addressing environmental concerns and managing trade relationships. The USA grapples with income inequality, healthcare costs, and maintaining innovation leadership. Economically, both nations are at crossroads, with China aiming for sustainable high-quality growth, while the USA focuses on reinvigorating its industrial base and infrastructure. China's economy is expected to continue growing, albeit at a slower pace, as it shifts focus towards consumption-driven growth, technological innovation, and green energy. The USA, with its robust innovation ecosystem and financial markets, continues to adapt to global shifts in trade, technology, and geopolitical influence. The interdependency of these economies suggests that cooperation, competition, and negotiation will shape the future of global economic stability and growth. China and the USA, with their distinct economic models, challenges, and aspirations, continue to drive the global economic narrative. Their bilateral relations and domestic policies will not only determine their own futures, but also the economic fate of the global community. As we witness this unfolding economic tale, the lessons learned and the paths chosen will resonate worldwide. Thank you for joining us in this comparative exploration of China and the USA's economic landscapes. For more insights into how global economies navigate their futures, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep pondering the economic forces that shape our world.